The psychology and the criminal justice program are very excited to have a new facility. This is a smart classroom, and all students have access to a computer, and they're all embedded in their desks. And the good thing about the smart classroom and the smart board is that we can write on the board, make some notes, and the students can have access to the notes that were discussed in class. And we can also connect some of our peripheral gadgets, such as an iPad. An SPSS is an expected skill for students in the social sciences. All of them will have to do research, all of them will have to learn how to analyze data, and the fact that this is now accessible to them is a big addition to their learning experience.
We've got 2 conference rooms that we can use for multiple purposes, both for students to meet and discuss their research, but also allow them to run research where they can observe participants. So in between the 2 conference rooms is a smaller room with 2-way mirrors so that participants can be in one of the rooms doing a task, and then we can record them without them seeing themselves being watched, which allows for a little bit more of that naturalistic environment, which is great. This room here is going to be used mostly for the psychophysiological testing equipment. So we've got the larger computer so we can actually look at some of this data, which will be really powerful. And then we have a small room that we can use for interviews. It's a really exciting new equipment. So we have this one main box that we use that can attach all sorts of external equipment. So we can look at things like heart rate, blood pressure, skin temperature. We can do reaction time studies, really basic EEG. So this really expands the opportunities for our students. There's a lot of things that we would have liked to demonstrate in classes in the past that we couldn't do and we can now do. We can also allow students to do a wider range of research because we have some of this equipment available. And I think that for some of them, just knowing the equipment is there is going to expand their ideas about what they can do with research. They'll realize there's a wider range out there, thinking about what the brain is actually doing, which is a really exciting opportunity.
Seeing the new equipment just makes me really think about actually doing an independent study now. I've never really thought about doing one before. Now with new equipment, it broadens your options.
We now have the tools to expand the learning experience of our majors.